Hello everyone and welcome to another Timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at another text deck in Timeless format. So last time we took a look at this deck in Best of 1, but this time around I'm trying this deck out in Best of 3 with a little bit of a different build. This time we're going to be trying out 4 copies of Inquisitor Captain, because what I have found after playing the Best of 1 version, even in the Best of 3, I have found that I was running out of gas. So this way, even if you do run out of gas, and if you top deck an Inquisitor Captain, that can leverage you 2 brand new creatures on the battlefield, and that could potentially swing the game in your favor. But you might be thinking, hey, you're still playing a bunch of 1 toughness creatures such as Esper Sentinel, Luminarch Aspirant, and Dahlia, but we do have a Giver Runes to protect them if they get rid of Giver Runes, which means that if Luminarch Aspirant comes down on the battlefield, that means your Thalia Guardian of Threaten or Esper Sentinel are going to be able to grow into 2 toughness, and even if they do in response flash in some Orcish Bowmasters, usually decks that play Orcish Bowmasters are weak to Orcish Bowmasters, so if they're wasting their Orcish Bowmasters on some of the other creatures that you have, that means your Orcish Bowmasters is going to be able to live. So that's kind of where I'm at with the Orcish Bowmasters. But other than that, the Archon of Emeria is particularly really good in this format because of the deck's reliance on trying to play multiple cheap cards per turn. And especially if you pair that up with Luminarch Aspirant, this is going to grow into a 3-4, which means Bolt is not going to be able to kill this card, which means even if they draw another Bolt, they're not going to be able to kill it because Archon says you cannot play more than 1 card per turn. And then we have Anointed Peacekeeper, which happens to be pretty good in this format as well. It deals with a lot of threats. Not only does it tax, but the activation cost is also taxed as well, such as Sneak Attack, Planeswalkers, even One Ring. And speaking of all these permanents, usually all the threats, as I've mentioned before, are usually 4 mana or less, which can get Skyclave Apparition. And lastly, we have a Boromir, which basically counters any 0 mana spells they play, and there's a lot of decks that are playing 0 mana spells at the moment, including any decks that are running Mishra's Baubles. So having said that, we're going to be jumping into some Timeless Best of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's open over. Oh dear god. That is a lot better. The Greed? If I play the Deathrise Shaman, I mean, I can play the Keeper next. Opponent passes with the Snow-Covered Forest. In response, I consider... Oh, wow. They can't express Obliteration, nor they can... Jeskai Ascendancy? I guess it's Lightning Bolt then. So lucky. So lucky. Actually disgusting. I am so disgusted. Okay, opponent. You've literally fell into my trap. to white, go Inquisitor Captain. And let's go Archon. Sylvan Awakening. Until your next turn, all lands you control become a 2/2. And they're indestructible. So they got another Lightning Bolt. So they can just go, even if I name Jeskai Ascendancy, they can just go Bolt Jeskai Ascendancy. I think we still name Lightning Bolt. Because they can't go Bolt plus Jeskai Ascendancy because of the Archon. Any Landos? Okay, we have a Bowmaster to finish them off if they want to Jeskai Ascendancy. Nice. Okay, so they are a bit of a memer. Lauren's third path seems really good. Although Skyclave Apparition can get rid of Jeskai Ascendancy, I don't think I'm gonna bring a Skyclave Apparition. It's probably better to play another Archon. Esper Sentinel seems really good since this is Jeskai. Source can go out. I kind of want to bring Juggernaut Peddlers, but I think maybe I'll go like this. Try that out. I would normally not cut a Luminarch Aspirant at all costs, but opponent's playing a creature-less deck, so it's called Human. Oh, look at that. Is that a 1-mana counter spell? I wonder. Okay, Brainstorm. It could still be a 1-mana counter spell. So let's attack first for free real estate. The opponent's pretty smart. Play out the Thalia. So Cavern of Soul is, I think I'm naming Core. Okay, so they have a Lightning Bolt. So we're gonna name Core because of a Skyclip Apparition. And we're gonna anoint the Peacekeeper. Ooh, Consider. So they got a Bolt, Teferi, and a land, so they can technically do both of them, which is a bit annoying. Name Lightning Bolt. Actually, they can't do both of them because of Thalia. So both cost 4 mana at the moment. Wow. I should just name human. Go Inquisitor Captain into a Peddler. Let us get rid of Teferi. Ooh, Uro. That's a good one. And it's gonna come out. That's a bit unfortunate. They're gonna be able to actually reanimate that in time. Is it Archon plus Deathray Shaman? I think I go Luminarch Aspirant. I didn't know they played Uro. That's cheating. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay, we got another one. Oh. That's pretty good. I'm so sad I didn't name Elf. I was about to, but like I named Core. What are they gonna do? Are you gonna give me a 3/3?
Surely you must be famished.
Wow, they had a brainstorm. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I mean, I guess if they want to kill the Bowmaster, they're not going to be able to touch my other guys, so maybe it's not the worst. Anna consider.
You are fouler than a fiend.
They just have too much life. I don't think face really mattered there. Not enough.
It's not fair.
Opponent? That's not gonna work, my friend. There's an Archon of Ameria, my friend. You're also attacking? Okay. I'm playing against gold. What is going on? Okay, give her a rune go. My opponent is probably thinking like, what did I do wrong to deserve this? I mean, to be fair, rank doesn't really matter. Rank has literally zero meaning. I'll just go Bowmaster here. Okay, Springleaf Drum. Inquisitor Captain. I think I'll go Esper Sentinel this time. I probably should have attacked first before committing this. But I don't think I would have actually skipped out on playing Esper Sentinel, considering that I'm actually stuck on 2 mana here. What? And it even has a sound for coming in? What? I can't believe it has sounds. Attack. I guess that's it. Neoform. I'm scared. Am I gonna die? So they can bring out a 7 mana card. It's probably Aatroxa. Okay, never mind. It's just Stop Monitor. False alarm. Okay, GG's. Interesting. Neoform deck. Skyclave Apparition. Lauren. Archon. Is Neoform casting? Put that card. Containment Priest. Do I want to play a Containment Priest? It does mess up with our Inquisitor Captain. I mean, I guess if it's probably worse for them. Bowmaster seems good. I don't think we need Juggernauts. I think we'll play these 3. I don't think we need Boromir. Do we want swords? Deathrite Shaman seems bad. Because we only have 4 fetch lands. And they have no fetch lands. Nice. Tormod's Crypt. Should we place Chalice in the main deck? In the sideboard? Patchwork Automaton. No taxes yet. Hopefully we draw a land so we can play Archon. Otherwise, we're not going to have a good time against a Patchwork Automaton. Okay. Funny enough, this is not an artifact. So we're gonna flash in a Containment Priest, I think. It's either gonna be like Bowmaster or Orcish Bowmaster. I'm actually really digging the fact that we can play both of these. So we have options. Inquisitor Captain might be a little bit ambitious in this deck, considering we are playing a 22 land deck. And we'll pass a turn. Up the beanstalk. It's a pretty cool deck opponent is playing. But I would not play these lands. I think these lands are bad. I do really like what they're trying to do with the Patchwork Automaton, Up the Beanstalk, and Ornithopter and whatnot. And we'll start attacking with the Luminarch Aspirant. And we have a Containment Priest up. Thought Monitor. So I'm pinging 3 times, right? On you. I'm actually kind of contemplating whether or not I should play the Ornithopter. A lot of affinity. Maybe I should ping 1 here to stop this from happening. What to do? Neoform, huh? I think this is a lot better. I feel like it has to be a lot better. Thalia, please. Put it on you. Let's attack with a 6/6. Name colorless. This could be a bait though. So that I actually tap out with the Giver of Runes, but I mean, what are they gonna do? Like, they only have 3 mana. And we have a Thalia. Okay, so now I'll play the Archon. Attack, attack, attack. That's colorless. Giver Runes is so good in this deck. Veil of Summer! Now, why would you bring a Veil of Summer in this matchup? They're pinging face because Barcon, they can't actually cast another card. And opponent's dead. We'll call blue, and they are dead. GG's. Really cool deck though. I actually really like it. I think you can definitely fine-tune that to be better against Bowmaster. That's a keep. Maybe they won't kill the Deathrite Shaman now that there's no fetch lands in the graveyard. Wink wink. Okay, goodbye. What are you gonna get rid of? Could be a Inquisitor Captain. I mean, that's a strong card. Anointed Peacekeeper is also pretty... is also a threat that you need to actually think about. It's a pretty hard one. Okay, they get rid of that. I know this does get just Orcish Bowmastered, but I mean, something has to get Orcish Bowmastered someday, right? I guess I'm not gonna attack. They could have a Deathrite Shaman as well, and if they fetch a land here, I want to fetch theirs on their turn and then do it on my turn again, so that there's no fetch lands. Easy game. So they got a Bowmaster. If they want to kill the Thalia, that means like I have my own Orcish Bowmaster to get rid of it. It's not like our deck draws. Oh, there we go. Sheoldred, huh? You got a Sheoldred. Maybe I'm supposed to call Bowmaster. I mean, they didn't want to play their Bowmaster in response to my Anointed Peacekeeper, so all is good. So it seems like they're playing Rakdos mid-range from Historic before the Bowmaster banning. I think it's still a pretty decent deck. Swords in. Take out a Thalia. Take out a Sentinel. Let's actually play another Skyclave. Okay. Looks pretty nice. The card that I'm actually really looking for is Giver of Runes, because I want to go Giver of Runes first into Luminarch Aspirant. I think the most obvious card to get rid of is Deathrite Shaman here. Or not. Okay. It's pretty crystal clear what they have in their hand now. The fact that they got rid of a Boromir means that they have, like, I don't know, a board wipe. I mean, if they're not doing anything, I guess I don't have to do anything either. Thoughtseize. Sure. Maybe I shouldn't have played it. So they'd have to have a choice between Inquisitor Captain and Orcish Bowmaster, but now they're just going to take the Bowmaster away. Really? No! Would you like to sacrifice your polluted delta into playing your Orcish Bowmaster? No. Okay. There's that Bowmaster. I suspect a one ring coming down. No. So the best thing I wanna... So the thing I wanna see here is they get rid of Deathrise Shaman. Interesting. I suspect that they have... You know what? Screw Shieldred. What a great card. Let's take a look at your hand. Yeah, you see that? They had it. What did I say? First thing they discard, Boromir. I said they would have a board wipe. Wow, they passed the turn. I'm still gonna attack. Okay, one ring. Archon, huh? Hopefully they don't have a Shieldred. Okay, that's a good sign. So bolt. The opponent's getting away with this game. A little bit unfortunate. Deathrite Shaman. Unironically, really good. So close to winning. So they're gonna reset it. But I think I still win, even if they one ring, right? Because they can't gain life at an instant speed. Unless they play March, like... Okay, that would be like next level, but... I'm not even gonna think about that. Each opponent loses 2 life. Does this work? Does this work? Well, science time. Okay, it does. Because I know Zulaport Cutthroat from experience damages them through the protection because it says each opponent, but I was having doubts whether or not this actually did that. Alright, so I have done this deck before previously in Best of 1. Now I'm trying this deck out in Best of 3. Having played a bit without the Inquisitor Captain in a 21 land shell, I felt like I was flooding a lot and I didn't have gas. Like when I finished playing all these cards, it felt like I ran out of gas too fast. So that's why I decided to add 4 copies of Inquisitor Captain. And I did go up on a land due to it. We're playing 22 lands with 4 copies of Deathrite Shaman. I felt like that would be enough. And there was like only one time where the Inquisitor Captain was stuck in my hand, which was the last game that I played. So I feel like this is a sufficient amount. Maybe we should go up on a copy of land to a 23, playing the Deathrite Shaman. But at the moment, I think it's fine. Now, the Orcish Bowmaster problem with this deck. We have the Luminarch Aspirant, we have the Thalia, we have the Esper Sentinel. But usually, the decks that want to play Orcish Bowmaster play Orcish Bowmasters to answer Orcish Bowmasters, because Orcish Bowmasters happens to wreck their deck. So if they're using Orcish Bowmasters on Esper Sentinel, Luminarch Aspirant, and Thalia, that means your Orcish Bowmaster is going to probably live, in which case they're going to have a lot of like brainstorms or one ring stuck in their hand. That's kind of where I'm at with the Orcish Bowmaster. So if you kind of think about it like that, playing these cards with 1 toughness isn't so bad. And at the same time, if you start with the Giver of Runes, probably the best start you can do, especially the Luminarch Aspirant. If you curve Giver of Runes into Luminarch Aspirant and then they don't answer the Giver of Runes, then Luminarch Aspirant is going to make every creature that you play survive an Orcish Bowmaster. So this is a pretty important card, these two. But I think the Archon is pretty well positioned as well. There's a lot of cards, there's a lot of decks that want to play multiple cards per turn. If this combo survives, that means Archon is going to grow into a 3/4, which means that Bolt is not going to be able to answer Archon, which means they're not going to be able to bolt twice to kill the Archon in the future. So that's why this card is very, very important in this deck. So if you don't have this, I really don't recommend you playing this deck. I can see myself not playing the Inquisitor Captain if you don't want to craft this and then go down to maybe like a 20 lands. That's a possibility, but like I said, you do kind of run out of gas if you don't have Inquisitor Captain in your deck. So yeah, I really like this deck. Also, if you are wondering like why I fell to 94%, that's not me playing this deck, because I'm always trying to build different decks, right? So I'm testing a lot of different decks, and usually the ones that do work or semi-decently work do end up in my video. So that's the reason. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video so far, and if you did, as always, leave a like, comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.